Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. So for this video, we're going to be taking a look at one of the latest divers to come from the Chinese manufacturer Addiesdive, and that is this AD2507, a timepiece that takes heavy inspiration from a Seiko Captain Willard, but it has a very unique dial texture, kind of like a teak dial you would expect to see on an Omega Aquaterra. Now, what this brand does lack for an original design, it makes up for with incredible specifications and a very low price point. Currently, this watch is on sale through the AliExpress link in the description for about 89 Canadian dollars. And to be clear, that's on par with what you'd expect to pay for like a Casio Duro. Granted, you're getting much more premium materials in this particular timepiece. Now, with respect to dimensions, you're getting about a 43.5 millimeter at the cushion case here, but if you actually grab it at the bezel, it's only 41 millimeters across. In terms of lug-to-lug distance between my thumbs here, it's very compact at 47 millimeters, and a reasonable thickness. It's only 11.9 millimeters thick. That is from the bottom of that screwed down case back with the Addiesdive logo, and then to the top of a flat synthetic sapphire crystal that does have blue anti-reflective treatment on the underside and does a pretty good job of resisting reflections from my studio lights. I should also mention that the lug opening for the supplied 3-link bracelet is an even 20 millimeters, and then it has a 2 millimeter taper to 18 before you get to a very generic clasp that's not even really signed, but it has 3 levels of micro adjustment. It has a security flip lock here and a twin trigger release. Very much a pressed piece of metal holding it together though. And in terms of the individual bracelet links, they're held in place with those split cotter pins. You can kind of see that you have arrows on the underside, so you can easily push these out for good sizing. And the articulation on the bracelet's actually pretty good. And overall, I was actually able to get a good fit for my wrist size. And here's a quick in-studio wrist shot, just to give you an idea of how this watch would wear on a 7.5-inch wrist size. And I think it stays very firmly planted and is comfortable because of the cushion case. In terms of weight, when you size up the bracelet for my wrist, it comes in at about 166 grams. Of course, it does accept 20 millimeter straps if you want to make it a little bit lighter. Now, this particular watch head and bracelet is made of 316L stainless steel. In terms of finishing, it's actually quite good when you consider that this is sub $100. Nice radial brushing on the top of a cushion case. Flipping it over, nice polishing that's done on the mid case here. The crown is actually nicely signed with the Addiesdive logo, and the bezel is a nice coin edge bezel, and it actually even has a ceramic insert. Taking a closer look at the dial, I think it's actually quite clean and nice applied hour markers and sword style handset to match as well. They are bordered with rhodium silver, and they are filled with BGW9 Superluminova, and so is the fully indexed ceramic bezel insert. Pretty good lume on this watch actually, so I'll show you guys a low light shot now just to give you an idea of how that actually looks. It's very evenly applied and potent, although it doesn't last as long as like you would expect to see on a true Seiko dive watch. Now, of course, you're going to encounter some cost savings for this particular diver, and I think one of them is the utilization of a quartz movement. Not that that's a bad thing. They're actually using a Miyota 2115 quartz movement, which is a fairly strong workhorse. It has about a 3-year battery life. And it's also a 3-hander with a date display at the 3 o'clock position, and with a stated accuracy of plus or minus 20 seconds per month. So honestly, not too bad, again, when you factor in that this is an ultra affordable diver. In terms of bezel action, it's a 120 click unidirectional bezel. Let's give it a listen. So alignment is actually spot on, and it's not like a dampened bezel click you would get on a Seiko. It's quite springy and very positive clicks. So overall, I'm very actually impressed with the bezel action and the fully indexed ceramic bezel insert that you're getting. I do really enjoy the ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, and the dial is super clean. Even at a macro level, I wasn't even able to see a lot of QC issues like any misalignment or noticeable dust particles on this particular timepiece. You are getting 200 meters of water resistance and a decent quartz movement. And let me just actually show you the case back, because I like the fact that they're using a traditional screwed-in case back that you can easily open with a normal case back opening tool. And it's actually fairly flush to the case, which also helps with the overall comfort. In terms of areas where I would like to see improvement, I'm not a huge fan of this pressed metal clasp. I mean, there's only 3 micro adjustment holes, and it's not even signed with Addiesdive. And then flipping the watch back over to the front side here, I do think that the date window is just a little bit small for my particular liking. And of course, some people are not a huge fan of homage style watches, but if you can get over that hurdle, you're getting a really purpose-built quartz diver, great lume and legibility, and fairly comfortable too. Now, I should mention that Addiesdive did send in this watch for free to the channel, and I don't have to send it back afterwards, but no money changed hands, and they didn't get to preview this video before you guys did too. Now, if you did enjoy this review, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help me out. And as always, I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video.